this is Overboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2007 movie Dead Silence. This is for day 3 of my 31 Days of Horror and everything. This movie is directed by James Wan and written by Leigh Whannell. This movie follows Jamie, a man who, with his wife, gets this doll in the mail, and not long after he gets the doll, his wife is killed and everything, so he's trying to find out the history of this doll and what killed his wife and everything. And he finds out that this doll was possessed by the spirit of Mary Shaw, and everything, and she's getting revenge on his family because of being the reason she was killed and everything. I think this movie was alright. I was really kind of disappointed with it and everything. I had heard a lot about this movie. Most people I know had said they liked this movie a lot and everything. I thought it was okay and everything. I like James Wan, but he's not one of my favorite horror movie directors and everything. I think he has a really good style and everything, and I think he's not really bad at directing. It's not really that, it's just the movies that he directs I'm not extremely crazy for, with the exception of the original Saw, and I like the movie Death Sentence, which is more of a revenge thriller type movie. But my favorite stuff of his is like Aquaman and Furious 7. But I was really hoping to enjoy this movie a lot, though, because, like I said, I did like the original Saw movie, and I was hoping that this was going to be like a slasher movie and everything, but it wasn't really anything like I expected. It was more of a ghost movie and everything. I'm not really into this kind of movie and everything. I thought it could have been a lot better than it was. It did have a little twist at the end that I thought was kind of cool. I mean, find out that his dad's been a puppet all along, that he died and was turned into a dummy puppet. I thought that was kind of cool, I guess, but I think the cast in this is just alright. Ryan Kwanten plays Jamie. I think he's okay. I mean, he's obviously better suited for TV and stuff, because he's been on some TV shows and everything, but he was okay in this movie. I didn't think he really carried it very well. He did his best. Donnie Wahlberg plays this detective that's kind of on Jamie's case. He thinks that Jamie's the one that killed his wife and everything, and he's alright in this movie. He doesn't have a lot to do, but he's alright. Bob Gunton plays Jamie's father, Edward, and he was fine. I didn't think he was anything special, but he was fine in the movie. Amber Valletta plays Edward's wife, Ella, and I think she was okay too. And she was fine. Michael Fairman plays Henry, who is like this guy that works for the cemetery and stuff, and he was a kid when Mary Shaw was killed and stuff, so I thought he was fine in this movie too. Like I said, he doesn't have a lot to do, but he's in it for a little bit, and he was fine. And Laura Reagan plays Lisa, who's Jamie's wife that gets killed at the beginning of the movie, and she's not in it very much, but she was fine too. None of the acting was really that great to me. I think it was passable and everything, but I just don't really like this movie a lot. I think it's just an okay movie. The score by Charlie Clouser, it started off really good at the very beginning of it. I really liked it. I thought it had a creepy feel to it. And then it kind of just switched to being your generic horror movie score that's not really that much different than anything you really get nowadays from the haunted house and ghost movies. it does rely quite a bit on jump scares, and there's some pretty crappy CGI in here too. I didn't really like. It took me out of the movie and everything. It did have some cool sets, but not as much as I thought it would, and everything. And just like the coloring and the lighting and stuff in this movie is just alright. It's one of the things that I kind of had the same problem with on the Conjuring movies is it's just kind of bleak and everything. It doesn't really, this world just, the movies just feel kind of boring in a way, if that makes sense. Just the way it presented and everything. I did like this, like some of the stuff in this movie. Like some of the kills are kind of cool, but we mainly just like see the aftermath of what they look like in it. To me, it kind of felt like a ripoff of what they looked like in The Ring and everything. They get their tongues cut out and stuff like that, but we don't see them getting their tongues cut out. And I just felt this was an okay movie. I was really disappointed with it though, because I know it does have a cult following, and I'd heard from a lot of people how good this one was. And like I said, it was alright. It's not absolutely terrible, but it's one that I probably won't ever want to rewatch again. I thought it was just an okay movie. It could have been a lot better, and everything. And it's one of my least favorite out of the James Wan movies that I've seen. Kind of ranks up there with the Conjuring movies for me as well. And part of it is, like I said, I'm just not into ghost movies that much and everything. And this one, I felt like they were trying too hard with the twist and everything, and the twist wasn't very good and everything. And like I said, they rely on jump scares and crappy CGI a lot in this movie too, and it kind of ruins it for me as well. But I'd say I'd give it a 5 out of 10, because cinematography and directing wise, I think it is a pretty well made movie, but the rest of it just isn't really that great to me and everything. It's not one that I'd probably really want to rewatch again or anything. If you're a fan of James Wan, I think it's worth at least checking out once, because even though I'm not really a huge fan of a lot of his movies, I do like his style and everything. He has a really good, unique style and everything. It's just, I'm not really into the type of movies he does, with the exception of like Saw and Aquaman and the Furious 7. I like those three quite a bit, but I'm not really big on the Conjuring movies, and I thought this one was okay, but I didn't think it was as good as I was expecting it to be and everything. I think part of it is I've had all these years of build-up of wanting to see this movie and everything. I think that could have been part of it too. I think maybe I had my expectations too high or something. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Dead Silence. And tomorrow, for the 4th night of 31 Days of Horror, I'll be reviewing Pumpkinhead. I haven't seen that movie in years, so I'm really looking forward to revisiting that one. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.